Alright everyone, we're back. I'm Zach.
Zach's back, I'm Shane.
I'm James.
This is Third Street Reactions. We are back with Invincible, Season 1, Episode 5.
Well, a question for you, Zach. Are you tired?
Yeah.
You're normally tired, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, I was introduced to this, being in kind of the strength training community, a little different from the bodybuilding community. You can't tell by looking at me that I do anything, because I haven't for like 7 or 8 months. But I use these to great results. I've used them for other things. Huckleberry does these all the time. So you just sniff this and it gives you just a good shot in the arm.
I'm not doing it.
You want to try it?
No.
Try it!
No.
If you do it, Jamie will do it.
I'll do it anyway.
I think there's like shit pellets in there or something.
I swear to God, they're not shit.
You didn't rub them on your balls, did you?
This is like a gag gift.
It's not. It's not.
Oh, I've seen this before. You
break it open. Like it doesn't. Yeah.
How big of a sniff do you take?
Well,
Do you like a natural breath, or do you go?
I sniff it in. That's what I do.
Okay.
They're expensive, so you gotta make it last.
Are you going to let me to do it or not?
I will, but I want Zach.
Or would you prefer Zach to do it?
I want you both to do it.
Jesus Christ, ammonia. This is what they use to bring people out of the fucking after they pass out.
Boxers use it all the time. Yeah.
I'm good.
You snap it down like that?
Yeah.
All right.
God damn!
You want to just try it?
I'm glad you didn't do it. Oh my god.
I'm
Oh
not gonna do it.
god. Dude. I feel like my ears are bleeding, to be honest with you. God.
Well, it completely wakes you up, doesn't it?
Whew. No blood, but dude, I felt that all the way down to my toes.
Yeah, I thought when I was lifting with you, because I was getting to the point where we're starting the strength. I was towards the end of the novice stage of the linear progression cycle, and I started needing this to get any more out of it. You can't really smell shit
Oh my god!
until you break it open.
I think I took too big of a sniff.
Yeah, when Marquez, during Pacquiao Marquez 4, when Pacquiao got knocked out because he flew too close to the sun, they used one of these. He's like, oh shit.
Really?
Yeah.
When he flew what?
He was like Icarus. He flew too close to the sun.
Oh, damn! I'm never doing that again.
Do it for a set of heavy squats, you'll be happy.
No.
Are you awake?
You're doing the look your dad does.
Well, dude.
I just... That's funny as hell when he does.
Well, you do it. You look like Dave too. So.
Well, I love it when it's like you're getting emotional. You go.
I purposely don't do that when I'm mad because I don't look like Dave Farley.
I never expand my face when I get mad.
Well, I've coached people how to do it. Like, so
I know
it's a whole thing now in Marietta, isn't it? Like with your friends.
I'm gonna do the old man face.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's pretty close. You do that, and you just. That's kind of what Dave does. Yeah.
I really feel like my ears are like fucking bleeding. Like it literally entered my soul. Like
it feels like you barely took a whiff.
So if you feel energized now.
Oh my god. Like clear, crystal clear.
Well, now that you're crystal clear, what happened in the last episode?
The last episode? Well, I'm not that clear.
He starts rattling shit off.
No, that was the Mars episode where Mark went to the Mars.
He went to the Mars. Yeah.
Went to Mars. Fucked with the Sequids, right?
Yeah.
Face huggers.
Because the dude from Gladiator was the Mars King, the Martian King.
Yeah, he took a little nap.
Was it really him?
Yeah, pretty sure. It's damn sure it was him.
It sounded like him.
It sounded a lot.
Have you seen the Four Feathers?
You asked me this the last time I brought this up.
Oh, it's so good. Heath Ledger.
But no, fucking Mark pretty much fucked up the whole Mars trip. Mm-hmm. Like he fell asleep on the hillside. When he woke up, all the astronauts were gone. He finally figured out, hey, I'm a dumbass. I fell asleep. They got abducted, so he went to that little like trap door or whatever it was.
He followed the footprints back.
Oh yeah. The Sickwoods jumped out, hugged his face, kind of like the Rick and Morty episode.
Mm-hmm. Like face huggers and Alien.
Yeah, he went down in there. They had a big old shit show down there. Ended up getting chased out of there. Back to the fucking space shuttle.
Yep.
And then you saw a wave of Sequids, which was to me Sequids, which was an amazing,
chronological,
which was an amazing image.
Yeah.
That was a really cool image.
Yeah, back on Earth.
No, wait, we're missing the part.
What were we missing?
Martian. Well, we don't know if it was a Martian, but one of them was coming back.
One of the
something was coming back that said shapeshifted into an astronaut. The actual astronaut that was on the shuttle, part of the team, was taken over by sequids. I just know he had the big smile on his face.
Dude, that was a great image too. But then back on Earth, Omni-Man / Nolan confronted Damien Darkblood.
Yeah.
Which there were a couple great lines in that office. I can't remember.
He says, "Won't stop, Nolan."
Yeah, and then Nolan said something to him, and he said,
"I love his broken manner of speech."
Yeah. But Nolan said something to him, and he said, "But you killed 7 people." You know what I mean? And then
he says, "Fuck off." He say something crazy.
Then he was walking out the door.
Said what he says is, "Wife's already suspects.
Yes.
How long before son suspects too?"
Yes.
And he goes, "Fuck off, Damien." And he flies out the door.
Yeah, he walked
I like
out
how he
the door.
wasn't walking. Like it's almost like
it was like a woman exit when they're pissed at you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They just, fuck off, and they close the door.
Close the door. They're gone.
Well, for me, it was in terms of him not touching the ground. I thought it was like to make sure there was no evidence of him being there. Kind of.
The hair could still fall out.
Maybe if he can. I don't know.
He's
Maybe
floating.
like Superman hair.
He's floating around with fucking hair. Hairnet.
Hairnet.
Tin Man stole Rexplode's blood.
Oh yeah.
Took his blood back to some kind of like big vat.
He's cloning him.
with like a baby in it.
I think he's cloning those guys to make a better superhero team than what he's got.
I think you're right, but then that baby had like a creepy
I'm
ass
just
smile
thinking a
on
better
his face.
person.
Well, I think his ultimate objective was probably to clone, what's her name, Monster Girl.
Monster Girl, because
he's got a soft spot for Monster Girl.
Yeah, they do. They got this like little flirtatious little relationship.
Well, Robot doesn't really have it.
Well, that's Rexplode.
Yeah,
Actually, that he's flirting with. But what else? Omni-Man, Nolan went to Rome or whatever it was with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Big dragon attacked the building and fucking.
And he had the Italians take care of it. He's like, let's see Sora's paycheck.
Yeah.
Nolan just sitting there like, "Do you trust me? Do you trust me?"
Like Aladdin.
Yeah,
That's it.
that was it. Yeah.
No! Damien was exercised.
Push-ups.
Wasn't he exercised in that episode? Yeah, he was. At the end of the fucking episode, he was exercised. Cecil exercises. That's the problem with you demons. You all see him in black and white.
Yep.
So, yeah, he gets exercised, but at the end of the episode, he comes back, and he's in Nolan and Debbie's closet.
Let out a little
And
growl.
you just hear him go, hmm. And
Yeah.
then...
Little pervert.
There you go.
Yeah. I like how he's making juice.
Badass, whoever he is.
We've seen him before.
Yeah, even in the earlier episodes when Mark first tries to go out and be a superhero, and it's kind of a Spider-Man-ish.
Yeah.
There it is.
I can't believe that.
Oh!
Tell Mr. Lou next time I find him on our turf, I won't be so gentle.
I was gonna say, what's the point of fucking killing him?
Go!
Let him off easy.
Reminds me of in Kill Bill when Beatrix killed all the crazy 88s. That one, the kid.
Yeah.
And she was whipping him with the sword, whipping his ass. This is what you get for fucking with the Yakuza.
And how do you figure that?
Because I brought you Japanese cheesecake?
You went all the way across town to
cheesecake.
get cheesecake.
I can tell.
To make up English.
Cheesecake loves me.
But look at me. How am I this fat and I really don't like sweets?
Just you need to decrease your carb intake and increase your metabolic output.
Thank you. I'll do that tomorrow.
What did we ever do to you?
Kevin,
That's a fucking good question.
Yeah, Kevin.
Kevin's a man.
There's a place on 3rd and Parkland. They'll put you up for a few weeks.
I mean, that was
Jesus,
nice
what was that?
of him. That was nice of him, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to replace their house.
See? Now he'll tell me everything.
Okay, but you're gonna catch him, right?
You could have a heart attack.
Fuck yeah. He would at least shit his pants. At least.
Hey, can't make it tonight. Just got hit by something.
you're standing me up? Do not miss dinner with...
Not even scratched? Not bad for a guy with gravel for fingers.
What was that look? That laugh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
Wow.
That works nicely.
That was an orgasm, for sure.
You take bullets like a champ and don't even whine about it. Unlike someone else in the room. It was one fucking time. I said yeah.
I know I'm a little late.
More food.
Oh fuck! Must be
I
Thursday.
brought dessert.
walks out the next morning. What the fuck? Well, that'd be nice.
He's gonna pull Michael Jackson. Remember that?
Yeah, with his
Dang
baby. Fucking Rafiki did it first.
What the hell is she so cold for?
Fucking Damien Darkblood's in there.
Holy shit. Why didn't he notice the coldness in there when he walked in?
Because he didn't walk all the way in.
Yeah, but I mean, damn, if it's that cold to see her breath.
I think if he's
You
real
feel
close
the
to you.
breeze.
I think if it's real close to you.
Well, I don't know, because when Cecil walked into the headquarters after
Yeah.
these people were murdered, he was pretty far away from them.
Rex cheated on me. Team broke up. They're both over. It happens.
Forgive him.
What?
What a fucking fat asshole. You're a dumb piece of shit.
Samantha!
Don't you leave that door! So help me take down my boss. They don't get any worse than him.
Who's your boss?
Machine Head.
That's not a real name.
Machine Head.
Of course you haven't.
Better than the rest.
You're a rich kid from the suburbs.
What's that from?
What?
Bush.
No? Yeah, you know, I'm more like a big picture superhero. Saving the planet.
Don't be like that, man.
Why don't you give Fight
Getting
Force
cocky
a
in
call?
this.
Being a prick.
Sure, man. Just fly away. Forget about everyone else down here. Let me... It's some bullshit.
Daddy!
What happened?
I think she tripped.
You're a Viltrumite, okay? You fought off an alien invasion, saved the country from an asteroid. This is beneath you.
Mom?
But I also know that helping someone is never beneath you.
That's right, Mom.
That's the last time the Lizard League turns people into snakes in my town.
Old Rick.
Turning people.
Snake holster in the leg.
Think Mark is putting his trust in someone he shouldn't, instead of listening to me. To us.
Us.
We disagree. He's only been
Look at all the
here
women
for
in
a
the
few
show putting up with all these
months.
guys'
He
shit.
knows everything.
Changed my life.
It's on 3rd Street, right? Logan.
Yeah. 7 p.m.
Oh,
You know where that was from?
I told my mom I'd help
No.
her open house.
He said 3rd Street, right?
I'll see you there.
Low brick building. That's
Bye.
where him and
You want to come tonight?
Titan were at when Titan went and got his family.
I wish
Oh.
There's a whole team of ex-military assholes patrolling the place.
Ass.
That guy doesn't look like he's on the top of his game.
Him?
Yeah.
Looks distracted.
Brother.
I almost forgot how good I look.
I wonder if Kevin Michael Richardson says that to himself every morning. Looks in the mirror.
Is that cloning the brain, you think?
He fries it every time.
I wonder if you wake up though and wonder which one's really you.
I think he knows.
Yeah, see, there you go.
I need your expertise in tissue growth and DNA replication. I'll make it worth your while.
I hope he's not like this terrible villain. I really like Robot.
Well, he's kind of
That's why he let
he's
him
in the
out.
gray.
That's
yeah.
why. Yeah, that's why he let him out.
There you go.
Yeah.
He let him out so he could use his expertise.
some tech the
Trying to keep him out of the house.
And maybe that wine.
5 minutes question mark? You'd want to be certain.
Yeah.
Thanks, sweetie. Love you.
Oh shit. There it is.
I wasn't even thinking about the DNA, honestly.
You have the fucking blood all over him. Jesus.
The
What the? Throw it like a cannonball.
Machine Head.
Get up. This is what happens when your head's a fucking rock.
I know what I said.
Was this guy just in standby?
You teleported him somewhere.
Oh shit!
It's like on My Hero Academia.
Yeah, you're right.
Portals his fuckers in.
He's getting his ass kicked.
He'd get whooped.
You guys are fucking dead!
He just went Hulk Hogan.
He just went Super Saiyan.
Yeah, brother.
Wait, I'm getting something here. What?
I'm the man.
Cecil got an anonymous call.
Omni-Man probably didn't call though.
Yeah.
Good point.
I wouldn't block everything.
You are. It would if you're a lion, Zach.
Evidently. Wouldn't that piss you off? You just love her because you saw her multiple times coming out of the shower.
I need a woman like that in my life.
They can multiply?
Yes.
Why? You get in a fight, it's that much worse.
That's true. Never mind.
Ah!
Oh.
There's Zeus.
I didn't think they were actually letting get that shot in.
Can't die, but Jesus.
Anyone else, that's a kill shot. 10 men laying on the ground.
I ain't looking good for him.
Dude, son of a bitch.
He's like a Lionel off of Breath of the Wild.
This thing's tough as shit.
Fuck!
Is he dead?
They smashed his head.
Definitely
Jesus.
Fucked him up.
That's the skull. I think Monster Girl might be
Her up, I guess.
done.
Yeah. Your alphabet soup!
Oh fuck! Pulled his guts in.
Why didn't he do the alphabet thing when he first got there?
I know.
Ugh.
Like, she got
Choking him
smaller
out.
and he got bigger.
Yeah,
or
because
something.
her grip got smaller, too.
Yeah. Still kicking.
Sorry, kid. Didn't mean for it to end this way. But I gotta take care of mine. Hope you make it.
Jesus!
Damn.
Cold-blooded, man. That's all Mark needed.
I gotta hand it to you, boss. But whatever you told that kid to get him on your side, it fucking...
I told him the truth. I'm gonna make this city better for a lot of
What?
Some people come first.
He did use him. It was a coup.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yep.
Even nanobots and radioactives. Viltrumite cells don't give a damn. They just won't die.
That was the reaction. Now we're gonna break it down. So what do you guys think?
That was a hell of an episode. I mean,
That was a damn good one, just like most
It
of them.
started out really choppy.
You think so?
Well, yeah, because they were going back and forth between
I guess-
Titan and Invincible.
Yeah.
It was fast-paced.
It was fast paced.
Yeah.
Damn.
Star Wars Episode 9.
But then once it got into its groove, it didn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And it all seemed natural.
Other than the first episode when Omni-Man killed all the other superheroes, this was the most shocking episode for me. I mean, just to see Invincible get decimated like that.
Well, this had that level of the heroes you thought were important. Well, they're being brutalized.
Yeah.
Getting her ass
It was
whooped.
Possibly someone died there.
It's
Yeah.
very possible.
I mean,
Definitely like a few of them could have died from their injuries.
I think it's likely that, what's his name?
Black Samson?
Yeah, Black Samson. I think it's likely that he could be out of commission.
Oh, hell yeah, his fucking hands.
I mean, with their technology, though, I don't know, but...
That was brutal.
You know.
That was brutal.
Nobody lost his powers, that he relies on technology, you know?
Yeah.
He got a wild hair up his ass and decided to try to use his superhero powers, and that
He
didn't
was a
work
hero
out.
deep down, just like Midoriya.
Yeah. Well, yeah, dude, that was cool, though, when he yelled.
Yeah, that was cool. I was irritated as hell with Invincible early on with his arrogance, and then Omni-Man / Nolan, how he was kind of being a dick at the table. But you know what? He ended up being right. And it made me think, do you think that he let his son get his ass just fucking whooped because he wanted to prove a point to his wife?
Not to his wife. I think he wanted to prove a point to his son.
Yeah, but he told her at dinner, then after dinner, you know, you're not a superhero. You don't know what we deal with. You know.
Yeah.
And then
I think it's more important.
Boom.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Well, I think you might be kind of right. I think it's mostly Mark. Because he told Mark, don't do it, this guy's using you.
Right.
But I think it's both. I think that guy wanted a better life for his family. So he used Mark, but he also wanted to take, you know...
Because he's going to make the city better for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let's hope so. I mean, maybe there's a chance that Invincible and him will actually kind of work together in the future. I don't know.
It's going to be something like Sicario, where they take over the drug trade, that one cartel to kind of control that side of it. So maybe that's what he's going to do.
Because it's going to happen anyway.
It's going to happen anyway, so he's just going to control the flow and manage it.
You know, another thing is Machine Head got help from the other supervillains.
Mm-hmm.
Mark was so arrogant that he didn't reach out to his team or the other superheroes beforehand to say, "Hey, I need your help with this." You know what I mean? He was so confident that he was just going to whoop this dude's ass. He didn't look at the big picture. So it was a lion battle. So let me ask you guys. Mark keeps standing up Amber time and time again. Have you guys ever been stood up before?
Stood up means that they're expected to be there and they don't show.
What's interesting though is that's my definition. Is Amber said, "Hey, you're standing me up. You're treading on."
That was different. That was a different time though.
But there was a point where he said, "I can't make it," and she said, "Oh, you're going to stand me up."
Yeah, but that was before the dinner with the mother.
Yeah.
The dinner with the mother, he was late.
Yeah.
And then at the soup kitchen, he just didn't show or text.
That was more of a stand up to me.
Yeah.
Actually, no, never been stood up.
Okay.
I've had a girl, Catherine. I met her at the mall as a junior in high school. We talked for like 2 hours at the mall, and I remember I got her number. I'm thinking this girl's like perfect in so many ways.
Damn.
And she gave me her number. Well, call me tonight. And then I did, and her boyfriend, you're that little asshole from the mall. And he called me for weeks, threatening to kill me. Yeah. So
evidently he has some insecurity issues.
Well, I guess maybe I interpreted it as she was fucking with me.
Yeah, that's
sadistically.
Like having him keep calling you?
That's
my point.
Yeah, my point is she was toying with me. I wasn't interested in what I was saying.
Because she was a sadistic bitch.
Yeah, or it could have been. I guess
we don't like sadistic bitches.
If she was sitting there with it and he had it on speakerphone, and she's probably giggling in the background.
I don't like people.
That's how I imagine it. And maybe it could have been like she harmlessly mentioned, "Oh, I met this high school kid, whatever."
What?
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
yeah,
I have never been stood up because I don't get enough play. So there you go.
No,
I've never been stood up. Actually stood up.
Yeah.
You have never been stood up.
No.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I think, the need. Okay, I guess I'm wondering about next episode. I'm speculating he's obviously going to be hurt.
Yeah.
What's his explanation going to be?
He might actually have to come out and tell her.
He might be. It might be the door.
At that point, he's just
opens.
laying in a fucking bed, brutalized.
It's definitely not as great as Spider-Man 2. The way he tells Mary Jane. It's always an interesting thing when I think a girl you're interested in or a girl you're with becomes. It's like they intentionally link up and become friends.
Yeah.
So they'll take a girl who maybe you dated and you're with a new girl, and they'll incorporate them into their social network in a way where they wouldn't have done otherwise.
Yep.
It's just like I know
I've never had that happen.
Well, I know there's a pecking order in life. I think when you evaluate someone that you love or you're with, you evaluate your place in life. You kind of evaluate who they were with before. If you were with some fat slob who didn't give a shit and was a lazy fuck and didn't take care of his or herself, I think it might change the way you feel about yourself or change the way you feel about the person you're with.
Tell me yourself.
No, I wasn't, Zach.
like Joy goes somewhere. Joy goes somewhere and she's like, "Oh, you're married to him," and you're like over there.
Oh my god.
No, I wasn't thinking of that, but I am. So I just think it's happened to me before, where I just feel like a girl that I'm with or was with, they become real close to the girl I'm with now, and they become best. And then of course, if the relationship, which obviously this has happened, the relationship eventually doesn't work out or whatever, and then they become best friends.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
These intricacies of life have never occurred to me.
And then they get together and talk shit.
Maybe it has, you just literally don't see it.
It never has!
I have no idea what's going on.
Then they get together and talk shit about you and how big of a dirtbag you
asshole.
are, and he's an asshole, yeah.
I probably get that. If you're married to him, God, he's a fucking prick.
And then over time, that group of girls gets bigger and bigger. Instead of 2 girls, it's like 3 girls, and then 4 girls, and 5 girls.
Well, I'm sure that's happening. Probably turn around. Yeah, we've discussed that. I think he's a fucking prick.
Oh, I'm sure.
She said that to me once. So you're just an asshole, aren't you? Yeah.
Been there too, Zach. Been there too. Another good scene in this was just how devastated the wife, Omni-Man's wife, was over the book. You know what I mean? The book, and she was sitting at the table. Yeah. She's fucking, it was all over her face.
Well, her world's crashing down around her.
Just a bunch of heartache.
Everything she thought her husband was, she's
hologram.
now, her faith is being tested.
Yeah, but my point was, though, she found the outfit, right?
Well, it's covered in blood.
It's covered in blood, but it could be because he got his quote-unquote, his ass
Well, he did get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
But
right.
He still was the one. He finished the job, killed all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of questions that he could dodge. It's all their blood because we were all fighting.
Trying to save everybody's life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, because it'd be on his it'd be all over him in a way where it'd be so suspicious. You know, even though they were fighting with each other and bleeding.
Well, with all the suspicion around him coming from Damien and everything, poking and prodding, it makes sense that she'd be like, "Oh my god."
Well, here's the fucking thing. One thing I was thinking about was fucking the guy who had the fucking big ass club.
No, he didn't have the mace. That was War Woman.
Oh, it was a chick. Well,
Yeah.
okay, so it'd be on her mace. What I'm saying is like, on the man's blood will be on the thing because she hit him with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm still leaning back on. He could just say, "Hey, it was one big fucking blood fest, and I'm a victim just like they were."
If this is anything like the real world, when they do DNA tests, when they examine forensic evidence, his injuries, they would notice probably one was from a hammer.
Mm-hmm.
They would, I mean, unless he just didn't sustain it to that degree where it's noticeable.
Where there's like a marker.
Since he's him.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I don't know. You know, the fish, there's got to be some evidence on him, or had to have been on him.
Yeah.
For them to just completely disregard it.
Yeah.
Wow. So what do you guys think about Titan and the debt he owed to Machine Head? Because it was kind of interesting. I've seen this before in other movies where the guy's like, "No, I'm done," and then like the villain has him by the balls and say, "No, you're not done. I'll come after your family."
Yeah.
At what point do you just say, "Hey, I gotta walk away from this," and then you try to defend your family, right? You're like, "I'm not doing it anymore. You're just going to have to come." And
you have to weigh the risk.
You have to weigh the risk, right?
Yeah, I mean, it depends what you have on the line. You look at...
family's pretty big.
Yeah,
thing
it's a
on the line.
big motivator.
Yeah, it's a
big
big
because
motivator.
in the show The Wire, there's a guy called Cuddy
Mm-hmm.
who they knew he had a lot of street cred. He was kind of a what do you call him? A soldier in his life before he went to jail. Very well known for it.
Yeah.
One of the main villains, I don't remember his name, but the guy gets out of prison. He tells him, "Hey, you can come work for me."
Yeah.
To bust some heads and shit like that, and Cuddy ends up deciding it's not for him anymore.
Right.
He had a chance to kill somebody that he knew, and he just couldn't do it.
Kind of like Unforgiven.
Well, he couldn't do it, and he goes back and tells the guy, "Look, it's just not in me anymore. I had the chance to kill this guy. I can't do it.
Right.
I couldn't do it." And the guy ends up just letting him walk.
Huh.
He goes, "All right, man, no, you're good." And they turn around, and he said, "He used to be a man," and the bad guy says, "He still is a man."
B, he was a man in his time,
He a man today. He a man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's that level of respect there for him. But this fucking guy, Machine Head, he's just a fucking asshole.
Yeah. Well, the problem with Machine Head is too. He will come after his family, right?
Yeah, he knows that.
Yeah. So, but ultimately,
that's why he did what he did.
That's why he did what he did.
Forced his hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, he got into a situation he shouldn't have gotten. But if I was in his situation in this show, then I think he. What else could he do?
You may have done the same thing, because it sounds like the money was for his family or for his daughter.
Yeah. It was.
And it makes me wonder, because when they're walking out of the soup kitchen, his daughter almost falls.
Yeah.
And I mean, any parent might, wonder, want to catch him, but it also made me feel like something was wrong with his daughter at one time.
Yeah.
And now they're overly sensitive.
Invincible mentioned that, I think, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
And he says that it wasn't for me, and now they're overly sensitive or overly protective of her.
I mean, that could be medical bills or whatever, but
some kind of treatment.
How far would you guys go to pay back a debt?
Depends who I owed.
Yeah, it turns out I have a lot of that debt, and it's just going to disappear in 6 more years.
Would you guys ever get a debt from kind of a crooked guy?
No.
Me either. Yeah, it's just
just have to know that that's going to come back to bite you in the ass. It just reminds me of a John Keegan quote when he talked about someone going to question a Secret Service agency or an intelligence service.
Yeah.
And trying to get something from them, glean some information from them, and more often than not, they would make more use of you than you would of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So they would get turned around. And then a lot of that shit, once you're on it, you're never off of it.
You're never off of it, right? So
because once you do something for them, then you're further in the hole because you've done it and they have that on you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you just never get out.
It's not worth it. Not worth it.
You probably would feel differently if something was seriously terminally ill with your daughter or something like that.
And that's a good point.
And you have no other means of doing. I mean, you can go to your family and just see if any of them would pull together.
Right. Well, then you're talking about a situation with like that movie with Denzel Washington.
John Q.
John Q. Yeah.
Or something like this.
Love John Q.
Maybe that
Great
guy's
movie.
got no people.
Yeah.
And he has no one to go
like
to.
Zod.
Yeah. Now I have no people.
people.
Yeah.
Well, he has no one to go to for help, so he has to go in through a crime lord.
Yeah.
And in situations like that, what would you do?
Well, it goes back to the conversation we had last week where we were like, what would you do to save your kids in a life-death?
I would probably do something like that if I knew that they're not going to turn around and my family's going to be drawn into it or hurt.
Yeah.
But what you have in that situation is kind of like on Peaky Blinders, where he tries to keep his family out of it.
Yeah.
And then his wife ends up getting killed and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because they're never out of it.
They're never out of it.
Yeah.
And really, when you're mixed up with those type of people, unless you get a 1 in a million type deal like the guy you were describing a few minutes ago, they're going to get pulled in it.
Yeah.
Get pulled in it.
Your family is just part of it now. They're subject to repercussions.
Yep.
It's not worth that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because you might just turn around to save your daughter, then 2 years later she'll be killed from something else you did.
Yeah.
For that group.
Hell yeah.
So the way they were moving drugs, Machine Head, when he was moving the drugs in the trash cans, that was pretty cool. Is there like a example you guys have a movie or a real life story where you've heard of how they do it? It's pretty interesting.
I mean, other than keystering, these people fly to like fucking South America.
Keystering very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not very interesting
or compelling.
But other than that, I'll have to think for a minute.
Well, have you seen American Gangster?
Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe.
Oh yeah, I did years ago. Though.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
Although he's changed his story because they were definitely using Vietnam, but they weren't sure if it was in the coffins or something.
It wasn't the coffins. They flew him in.
Yeah, but like I literally just read this the other day. He changed it and said, "Well, it was like underneath the coffins or something. They weren't actually in there. I don't know, but he definitely used
the coffins.
Right.
Yeah, he used the dead soldiers in a way.
Yeah.
Wow,
but
that's pretty brutal.
And I've heard about them being in stuffed animals and stuff like that.
The stuffed animals things from Batman Begins.
Yeah. And I just saw this the other day where I saw like this brown, like it was basically 2x4s, and they were whole looking. They looked incredible, and this guy cracked it open, and there was like a line of drugs.
I've seen stuff like that before.
It's like in Heavyweights when they're hiding candy in their fucking beds.
Yeah, and that fucking what the fuck's his name? Benedict Arnold comes in and says, "I was whatever last year," and he opens a bedpost. And no, why?
Well, there's a show called Border Patrol.
Yeah.
Where they stop people at the border. And there's a part of the show where they show like the post office portion where they run the packages through like the conveyor and it has like a X-ray and stuff. But I saw some interesting things on there. But a lot of times they wrap them in like different kind of like leaves and stuff with like a strong fragrance to try to like
throw off the dogs.
Yeah, throw off the dogs and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I'm
right here, baby.
Yeah, right there. That would be a good one. But I'm sure that there is a million creative ways people funnel drugs in here that we just don't even think about.
So my buddy from China, when he
all these fucking mail bags are getting, we're getting fucking drugs in there.
My buddy Zach Ellis, when he lived in China, he was always send me an R4 card, which is a blank Nintendo DS or 3DS card, and you get a mini SD card, and you load up like 100 Nintendo DS ROMs on it.
Wow!
And you put it in the R4 card, you put it in your DS, so you can just access a catalog.
Holy crap.
So he sent me a vase, and on the inside of the vase, they were lined up in there.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we do it. He's a great guy. He talks like that. He's got a high pitched voice. I love that guy. But
that would scare the shit out of me, honestly.
You guys, what's your favorite ice cream?
My favorite ice cream. I love peanut butter ice cream a lot, like from Dairy Queen.
Like chocolate peanut butter?
No, just fucking.
I like peanut butter milkshakes.
Peanut butter milkshake from Dairy Queen.
I've never had one.
Phenomenal.
I actually just like plain chocolate, but if you want me to be a
little fancy with it, yeah,
I would say Moose Tracks.
I hate Moose Tracks.
You hate Moose
Tracks? It's just too overwhelming for me. Too much.
Okay.
My favorite would be from Grater's, and it's called Black Raspberry Chocolate Chip, and it is incredible.
And
vanilla.
Just vanilla? That's kind of
that doesn't surprise me.
Vanilla answer too.
Doesn't surprise me, Zach.
And I recently got into mint chocolate chip.
No.
And I had Oreo mint. It was fucking good. That might be one of my favorites.
I mean, like I said, peanut butter. I'd get a peanut butter milkshake any day over a vanilla milkshake.
Yeah.
For a milkshake.
Yeah.
With ice cream, vanilla just goes so much better with a lot of other things. Pie.
You're right. Like I always have vanilla when I'm pairing it with something.
Yeah.
You know what the poor man.
Practical. It's a practical ice cream.
Now my fat ass has to fight the urge to drive to Dairy Queen and get a fucking peanut butter milkshake.
So I remember in high school we did this, and when I lived at Colonial Terrace, which I might, which is where all the poor people live, which I might live there here eventually, pretty soon.
Me too.
I just got in the applications. So you just go to McDonald's and you get a cup of vanilla ice cream and you get a hot apple pie. You throw that on a plate, you put the vanilla ice cream on there, baby, and it's just like something fancy from like Applebee's. Yeah. Real fancy.
Fancy.
Yeah. Applebee's, baby. He was fired from work. Do you guys have a story about ever getting fired from work or quitting?
I've never been fired.
I guess he wasn't fired. He quit.
He quit. He quit. No, we all talked about when I worked for the previous company, like if we won the lotto, like how we would quit. And like this one guy was like, yeah, if I win the fucking lotto, I'm going into such and such's office, the general manager's. I'm pulling my goddamn britches to my ankles and I'm shitting all over her fucking desk. But other than that, no.
One time, Jeffrey in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will and Carlton faked the lotto thing and made him think he won the lottery.
I remember that.
So he's like, I quit. He's jumping on the furniture.
I remember that.
And he didn't win.
In case you hadn't figured it out, I quit!
So
that was great.
Yeah, and then he had to come crawling back. Well, he didn't come crawling back. They kind of begged for him back.
Yeah.
And Uncle Phil was like, you go fucking get him right now. Yeah.
But I always thought my deal was if I won the fucking lotto or something, I was going to get a billboard like on the highway, in like Cincinnati where thousands and thousands of cars drive by every day. And it was going to be like, fuck you guys. Basically, it wasn't going to be fuck you guys. It was going to be whatever I could get away with that could actually go on a billboard. But it'd be basically fuck you guys in the best way. And I'd be like sitting there with like a pile of fucking cash and like a fucking jet behind me or some shit.
If I won the lottery, I'd walk in and I'd pay off all the guys' tool accounts that work there.
Yeah.
And I'd leave on good terms.
Well, that's because...
Yeah, they go down.
And that definitely would not have been directed at my fellow... fucking coworkers that were at the lowest part of the totem pole.
Yeah.
I just have no... I like my job. So
that helps.
Yeah. I mean, I can't think of a job, maybe the jail, that I've hated so much that...
Just pull the lever and it opens all the things.
Yeah. You know what? I just walk into the control room and beep, 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 beep. And the whole fucking door start open up.
I did...
No, then I'd win the lottery. I'd be rich, but I'd be in jail. I'd be like fucking Zemo. I'd be like Zemo.
Yeah.
When I was in college, I did fuck up, though, and quit one job, and I didn't think about it first. It was at Great Steak and Potato in the mall. And I quit. I just stopped going. And they were, like, calling me every fucking day, and I just ignored the calls. But, it was in kind of a small town, and the only place that you go is the fucking mall. So then I had to avoid going to the mall all the time. My girlfriend, soon to be a wife, and eventually ex-wife, always wanted to go to the mall.
Vicious cycle.
Yeah, vicious cycle. Always wanted to go to the mall, and I'm like, fuck, I can't go to the mall. And then I eventually did go to the mall, and I'm still like avoiding these people. And finally, one day, the boss, who I was always intimidated by, saw me, and he just gave me this fucking death stare, man. And I was like, God damn.
I can never leave like that, I don't think.
It was a cowardly thing to do, and I would never do anything like that again. I learned my lesson on that one.
No.
Quantum probabilities.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, made me think of an idea that you had. So I thought.
Well, it's just cool to see those hard science fiction notes.
Yeah.
Because we had it with the Flaxons and the temporal fields around their bodies and their aging.
Yeah, I guess I wish that was a little fleshed like the Flaxons. There's a little more to it.
Well, sometimes you play it safe because once you start going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I mean, you either don't have enough answers, which is where we're at, and you don't really need them in the story.
Yeah.
Or you get to going where you have so many fucking answers that it's just more confusing.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys, quantum probability, that's basically that he had a computer in his mind that basically runs through all the fucking possibilities that are possible in the galaxy, and it basically lines up that this was going to happen, and it did.
Yeah, you haven't seen the Avenger Marvel movies, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And other than that, dude, I really like this freaking episode, just like everything else.
This show is not disappointing. I'm interested to see more of Battle Beast.
Yeah,
I have a feeling, though, that Nolan could whoop his ass.
Yeah.
So he might get another showdown with Invincible later.
He may.
Well, one thing it talked about was in like episode 2 when he was going against Kaiju. He says, "Oh, I've never seen Invincible with his back to the ropes."
No, Omni-Man.
Omni-Man. That's what I meant. Omni-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder. I don't think it's true. I speculated when Mark got his powers, and maybe Omni-Man starts losing his, but maybe that's just a throwaway thing.
Yeah.
That's possible. I mean, maybe if he felt that the Guardians of the Globe if he can get Mark to follow in his footsteps, that they would be a challenge to him, so he had to take him out.
Yeah.
So that's a possibility.
So, yeah, I was thinking kind of like
it's
all
a
for
working
one.
theory.
Yeah,
it's not the worst theory.
Kind of like all for one.
I decided to feel. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
all for one. But all for he has to give that to somebody.
My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, I watched it with Malachi a few times.
It's actually got a lot of badass moments in it.
Yeah, I do. Just
well, the fight between Chris Sabat makes it so much better.
He's great, and just that fight. I mean, there's so many great fights.
Him and One for All.
Yeah, that fight was epic.
No, all for one.
Yeah,
is
because it's
the bad one.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that what you said? Earlier?
Yeah.
Did you say One for All or All for One?
I said One for All. I thought
All for One was a band in like the early 1990s, like an R&B group. You must have listened to them.
Mistake, I'll never break.
I doubt it.
I thought they called All for One.
I despise most 70s music.
This was in the 90s, but we'll go with
70s. It's the 70s. See?
It wouldn't be your,
I'm putting it back in the category. The 90s definitely isn't my category either.
It wouldn't be your thing, trust me. Okay, I don't have too much else. This is a great one, guys. So
great episode.
Yeah, logging out.
Thanks everyone for tuning in to Third Street Reactions. If you like what we do, like and subscribe. Find us on Instagram and Twitter. And if you don't, you won't.
I know who you're making fun of. I know who you're making fun of.
Fuck!
Oh.